FightNetRadio.com with Andrew and Lee, talking boxing, combat, sports, comedy, football, and everything kick-ass. All on FightNetRadio.com. Fight Net Radio!
LasVegasDiscount.net's the best there is. Save up to 50% on your next Vegas trip. And travel, rental, shows, and tours. Find the deals you're looking for. LasVegasDiscount.net. LasVegasDiscount.net. If you're going to Vegas for deals that are the best, visit LasVegasDiscount.net.
Hola, soy Julio César Chávez.
And lights out, baby. Lights out all day.
This is Sugar Ray Leonard, and you listen to Fight Net Radio.
I mean, this is ridiculous. It's a radio show. It ain't a one-hour television spectacular.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
We gon' know. I got eyes and ears everywhere. I got friends all over the world, man.
Who gives a shit with White? He's a piece of crap.
Hi, this is Manny Pacquiao. I'll fight anybody on FightNetRadio.com.
You are listening to Ken Norton on Fight Net Radio. And I've been thinking that I would come out of retirement just to knock out Lee Honey.
This is Bob Euchre. Welcome to Inside Baseball. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Fight Net Radio. Lee Hanish, Andrew Labouche, bringing you the wonderful world of boxing. Boxing. The key word is boxing. Visit our page at www.fightnetradio.com. We're going to start the show off right by introducing the co-hostess with the mostest. He just turned 21 this week. Andrew Labouche. How you doing, Andrew?
How's it going, buddy? Feeling good, Lee. I'm feeling
How's 21? Good. How's 21 treating you?
Nice. One of my best. Probably the best birthday. Yes, sir.
And a shout out to FNR regular as well, Andrew. Javier Jurado has a birthday today as we're recording. So
yeah, no, I seen
for those of you keeping track, real boxing fans are Aries. Thank you for sharing. I don't know what that means. If you've been following along with the saga of Fight Net Radio, you are aware that we are the ones who dropped a video of a woman named Jennifer Ravallo this past week. Some big news about that. Fight Net Radio, if it'll come up on the screen. Of course you're not. There we go. We had some big news this week about said video. It hit 2.7 million views, making it one of the highest viewed videos in the history of Facebook. It's pretty shocking, actually, Andrew, that it did. But I figured to start the show off, we would do this live for everybody. I'm going to change our number right on the front page. I'm adding 2 more million.
Very nice.
There you go. It's official.
Very nice.
I have to, right? We saw the number. I'm not making up the number.
No.
2.7, right?
Yep.
All right. I probably could have rounded up officially. So we were officially 7.2. If I hit the refresh button, it should say 9.2 now. Wait for it. It is official. Did you enjoy that to start the show, Andrew?
Yes, sir.
I knew you would. Happy birthday, Andrew. There you go. For those of you who don't know anything about the Ravallo story and the
Look
fact
at that people reached, Lee.
It's literally insane, Andrew. Like it's literally insane.
I asked Christina if she would lap dance a fighter in Stockton for me. Might get a lot more hits.
What fighter would get this number of views?
He's pregnant. Okay. Oh, it's a top rank card. We'll get one of them.
Okay, so here's my first question.
I'm just playing around. Look, I just got banned for life, didn't I?
Yeah, you probably, but that's okay. So here's my first question about the video. Is it because she's fairly attractive, or is it because Kubrat's coming off the fight? Because this is mainstream now. When you're talking 3.3 million reach, 2.7 million view, like the numbers on this are pretty staggering. I'm not sure if this is good for Fight Net Radio or bad. I'm going to cover shortly why I think it's bad for us. I could jump to the punchline at the very end of the show where I'm almost positive I know it's bad for us. But we'll get there, Andrew. This is mainstream. 3.3, you're talking, this is a viral sensation, right? This thing's probably going to cap out at
is there's 7,000 people that are angry, 13,000 that like it, and 20,000 that laughed at it. So I don't know. It looks like angry is getting outnumbered there by the other two. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Wasn't our fault. All you did was report. That's all we're doing.
It doesn't help that the first comment that was laid down by me was about the woman who got a 10-year charge for falsely accusing rape victim guys that raped her. I posted that, which caused. But you know, I've looked at.
That's not good.
Well, okay. I went through the trouble of trying to read some of these. Most everybody is down on her. I think what a fucking whore would be the number one response, right? But you know,
and that's not what we were looking for in doing this. All we're doing is shining light, not too much of a victim a half an hour later. Lee, telling you,
and he's in the video. I mean, that's the big deal, right? Kubrat's in the video.
No, he's not. Kubrat is not in this video, but that is his team.
Okay.
From everything I know of that video, no, he was not present in the room at the time, but that is his team she's with. And that's the only beef that I had with the video, Lee, is if this is another fight team, if this is someone else, hey, the girl's doing whatever she wants to do. She's an adult. She can make those decisions. When you see it's the team of the person she's accusing of sexual assault, you gotta look at this video and go, was it right Pulev did what he did? No, obviously not. But the punishment will not be as extreme after watching this video. That's what I believe. This helped Pulev tremendously, seriously, because I thought he was done with his title shot.
Yeah, this was not cool of me to add the 10 years in prison for the falsely accusing 15 men of sexual assault.
Wow.
I think the dead giveaway on this woman was, look at her. Really? Would somebody assault her? Now I'm going to get in trouble with all the people that are going,
let's not go down this road. Let's go move on.
Really?
Don't go down. Yeah, don't. Will you leave that big girl alone? There might be 15 men.
All right, let's move on to our new segment, Andrew. What in the world is Stephen Espinoza upset about today?
Oh, shit.
You like this already? I spent a lot of time putting today's show together. For those of you who are not regulars of Fight Net Radio, because you jumped on board recently, we have a new recurring segment called What in the World is Stephen Espinoza Upset About Today? Andrew, who is Stephen Espinoza?
That is the Showtime executive that is keeps trying to tell everyone that they're fine and they're going to be putting a lot more money into boxing, even though they keep giving us shitty-ass fights.
Well, Stephen Espinoza is upset again this week, Andrew.
I'm sure he is. Probably announced another shitty fight.
No, actually, this time, let me give you the whole setup. This is from Stephen Espinoza's Twitter line, which is my favorite thing ever, and I follow it. And I highly recommend it to all boxing fans because he has less followers than Carrot Top. So that's funny all by itself, right? So Jim Boone, who's a promoter, that's why he knows about him. But shout out to Jim Boone. That's Deontay Wilder. Do you know where Deontay Wilder is?
It looks like a basketball, probably, the March Madness.
That's correct, right? In fact, Matthew Aguilar, former co-host of the show, and number one Lee Hader, put up Deontay Wilder at the end of the first half of the Final Four as huge exposure, well with a few other people, fightnights.com, you know, all these things kind of shouted out to Deontay Wilder, right? Well, that led to Ed Isaac of MKG Sports, who I've never heard of. I don't follow. I'm not here to get into a thing about KMG Sports Management, okay? I'm sure they promote a lot of great sports athletes. Is that clear, just in case I work with them in the future?
Yes.
So he sends out an obscure tweet. Glad CBS is interviewing a boxer I've never heard of during the Final Four. No coaches or anything around to talk to basketball before the next game, right?
Ooh.
Jake Donovan, who is on Kogo or KO 800, whatever the hell that is, who has less followers than even us on Twitter. He is also, he's a senior writer for, he's that Jake Donovan. He's Boxing Scene's lead writer. He is their senior writer. We actually quote him a lot, and he's very bad at proofreading. I'm just saying it out loud, Jake. Sorry, but when your company's motto is one of the nation's leading sports management company representing clients worldwide, you probably should have at least heard of Deontay Wilder. Stephen Espinoza, of course, retweeted this. Stephen also retweeted Mike Farrell, and then Pablo Antonio, now the photo, and it went around. Now this goes on, right? This MKG thing.
Right.
There would be a time for the casual fan who would know the name of a big boxer, especially a heavyweight champ, but in the past years, boxing has had the respect. Stephen finally weighed in. This was all of 15 hours ago. Are there any KMG sports management clients ranked higher than Deontay Wilder or on the ESPN World Fame list? Asking for a friend. Why is he involved in this? Why would you, obviously, look, I know you guys don't know this, but Jake Donovan's kind of a hitter. He is a hitter, by the way. Jake Donovan's a hitter. Matthew Aguilar's a hitter. Okay, these are like Boxing Writer Association legit writers, right? I give them a hard time, and they give me a hard time, and they ignore me at fights. It all works out. Because I'm not a real journalist, Andrew, of course. I'm boxing's only shock jock. Am I making your whole week already with this person?
Yes.
What the fuck is Stephen Espinoza doing? I mean, seriously, why would you, for those of you, this is how he qualifies himself. He is the executive, what's he call himself? Showtime Sports executive professional skeptic, international raconteur, elite power athlete. Ooh. He is so full of himself, it's frightening.
Yeah, there's a lot there. At 23 and me, what is that? Michael Jordan himself?
I don't know. He probably found out that he's probably related to Genghis Khan. Andrew.
What?
If you were the senior executive in charge of boxing over at Showtime, for whatever reason, living in New York, chewing on a cigar, I thought you were the end-all be-all shit of boxing, which he does. For those of you who don't think it, Stephen Espinoza shits bleeds boxing in his mind. He doesn't. But
he's done good. He's done good in the sport when the networks were the powerhouses. He's losing his power though. So it's really
that's because they don't have an app, Andrew. But we don't need to get into that.
I know.
Would you have engaged in this bullshit Twitter war about whether or not Deontay is a real heavyweight champion and defend your champion?
It didn't backfire on him, so he obviously knew his shit when he made that comment about, do you have anyone ranked higher? So yeah, if you already know that it's bulletproof and you're going to stick it to the guy, he is talking bad about Showtime's biggest fighter right now. This could possibly be Showtime's last hurrah with ESPN. And I believe that's why you're seeing Bob Arum and Espinoza, Al Heyman starting to warm up to each other. You also seen Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn go back and forth today, or this week, excuse me. So they're warming up to each other, Lee, because they need that pay-per-view event. They need both of these companies, ESPN and Showtime, to come together, sit at a table, and make the rematch and possibly 2 fights with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. If Showtime is not able to nail that down, Wilder's going to leave eventually because the money is going to become too big and everyone would have moved on from Showtime. Right now, Showtime's on the edge of the boxing world moving on without him. They have a few fighters there that they can manage to get big fights in Spence and Wilder. After that, I don't know if you guys have looked at the schedule. There've been a lot of B-level fighters being put on that network now. I think the big dogs, the big hitters, ticket sellers are going to.
Let me talk about how bad their fight card was on Friday, Andrew. First of all, I got credentials to go to that fight in Vegas last night. I didn't go. Secondly, I couldn't even really find a full story on Boxing Scene this morning about the entire fight card from last night, which says a lot about that shit fight card that happened on Showtime last night, the other night, Friday night, right? There, Showtime is creating a perpetually bad product. They've either got really shitty new guys, right, that the PBC and Mayweather are promoting, or they've got Deontay Wilder. They have literally nothing in between. Literally.
Keith Thurman has moved on. He's going to fight Pacquiao, it seems, on pay-per-view. Pacquiao fought Broner on pay-per-view. Garcia fought Spence on pay-per-view. Wilder fought on pay-per-view. These are a lot of their major hitters. These are guys that used to fill up their calendar. They're not fighting on Showtime anymore. And we seen this coming. We talked about the B-level fighters going to come to this network until Al Heyman throws it in. They're going to say, hey, hell, where's all my fights? You guys know you can't pay us. We can't do it anymore. It's over. And that's when they're going to break ties. They're going to divorce. And Al Heyman will move on as a manager, still in these guys' ears, making money off of them, and he won't have a problem with it.
There you go. And that's our now new recurring segment, What in the World is Stephen Espinoza upset about today? It'll be back next week, I'm sure. He seems to get into some kind of Twitter war each and every week. So stay tuned for more. Today is WrestleMania, Andrew. Are you watching it?
Wow. No, I didn't even know that was happening.
Well, because I know we have a bunch of gambling degenerates, and I found this out. You can actually bet on the outcomes of a predetermined thing like pro wrestling.
Oh, yeah. No, yes, you can.
All right. So I'm going to go through this real quick, only because I know that if I clip this off, it'll get another 1 million views today. Yes, this is shameless. If you'd like, and you're just a boxing fan, this is where you want to hit fast forward. Just calling it out. We're starting off with the Cruiserweight Championship, Andrew. Ever hear of Buddy Murphy or Tony Nese?
No, you can go ahead and leave me out of this one and just give us your predictions, Lee.
All right, it's going to be Buddy Murphy. They're not going to change the belt.
Hey, hey, wait a minute. Time out. I need you to write this stuff down, though. This is going to be awesome if you nail some of these for the fans.
Nail it? Okay. It's not hard, Andrew. Buddy Murphy is going to win the Cruiserweight Championship.
All right.
In the next match these are all non-televised. They'll be on the USA Network but sign up for free. If you want to watch WrestleMania, you dipshits, use an email. They don't take a credit card. You can watch WrestleMania for free. People who pay for WrestleMania now are crazy to me. I mean, I have an account because I'm a diehard. The women's WrestleMania Battle Royal will be won by Asuka, and that's because they took her belt for the main event. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal will be won by Braun Strowman. I'm glad we could get all that shit out of the way, Andrew. The Revival take on Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder on a basically borderline untelevised match. The Revival will retain their title. Don't be surprised if Gronkowski doesn't show up in this match or in the Andre Memorial Battle Royal match. I am expecting Gronk or even possibly a Conor McGregor sighting because those names were dropped this week, Andrew. I don't know if they can put it together that fast, but Gronk has ties to one of the wrestlers. One of those wrestlers will be in the Battle Royal. In the past, the Gronk has showed up at the Memorial Battle Royal, so I'm not going to be surprised if Gronk shows up here or here. Aren't you glad we did that?
I will say I got my money on Gronkowski showing up. It seems Conor McGregor is wanted back in Ireland. Go ahead, Lee.
The Raw Tag Team Championship, for those of you who don't know, there's Raw and SmackDown. SmackDown's going to Fox. Fox is going to be primetime. In fact, they're going to have better Fox primetime coverage than the PBC, if you can believe that shit. Oh, wait, that's because the WWE gets better viewers than the PBC consistently. Just saying it. And for those of you wondering, will Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence have more viewers than WrestleMania? Andrew, which one are you betting on?
Yeah, I'm going to go with WWE. Yes.
I would too. Yeah. I would even take their shittiest pay-per-view and put it up against Spence versus Garcia since they aren't releasing the numbers.
That thing sucks so bad. Showtime didn't even buy a replay on that. You know, they could have bought the replay and just showed it on their...
I thought they owned it outright.
I believe it was not a Showtime card. It was just a PBC. I think that's where I had gotten mixed up with them not showing it. But Lee, If that thing would have done 1 million views on pay-per-view, I believe Showtime would have asked Al Heyman to purchase
we'd
that
have a
replay.
press release.
Right.
There'd be a Stephen Espinoza moment on.
If it was a classic fight, you're absolutely right. Yes, sir.
Espinoza would be tweeting about it, and then Stephen Espinoza wouldn't be upset anymore. The Revival will kick this match. SmackDown Championships, I expect the Usos to win, even though there's a lot of talent here. These are a couple of NXT guys in Ricochet and Aleister Black. I expect this to probably be the show opener, but the Usos are the better talent, and they should put it there. Falls count. The final farewell of Kurt Angle.
I know who wins.
Who do you think?
Kurt Angle.
Probably not. Baron Corbin.
Oh, what the fuck?
In fact, first of all, I don't think Baron Corbin's going to be in the match at all. I think they're going to bounce him out for John Cena at the last minute. If this is really Kurt Angle's last match, there is an age-old adage in wrestling, Andrew. Go out on your back. You put the other talent over. Could be completely wrong.
Yeah, I'm going Kurt Angle, dude. He's an American legend, Lee.
I still think that they're going to put Baron Corbin in all time. He's an Olympic champion who won with a broken freaking neck, Andrew.
Yeah, so, yeah, no, they're not
crazy.
Doing that to him. I bet money on Kurt Angle tonight.
Bobby Lashley is taking on the Demon Finn Balor. Bobby Lashley is the champion. By the way, the Demon Finn Balor is undefeated. If you can find a source that actually allows you to bet money on this particular match, I'll say it again. This is like betting on Mayweather. The Demon has not lost when it's been on the screen. It's sort of an alter ego. He puts paint on, Andrew, and dances around and does all kinds of shit. Calm down. Rey Mysterio's out of this match because of injury. Samoa Joe is still defending.
I thought he died.
Rey Mysterio is very alive. Ray is very alive.
Who's the one that died? Didn't his cousin die, or his
cousin?
His neck broke.
No. That was another wrestler. He was there in the ring when it happened.
Yeah, there you go. I knew there was a connection.
That's a long time ago. Jeez, that's obscure. Samoa Joe will probably take on John Cena in this match, or even some other fill-in. Joe will keep his title. That's a no-brainer. AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. I think they're going to keep AJ Styles winning this match. Randy Orton doesn't need the win at this point in his career. I even expect AJ Styles to kick out of an RKO. There you go. Fatal 4-way match for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Bayley and Sasha Banks take on Beth Phoenix, Natalya, the Iconics. This will be when I'm eating food or shitting. I have not yet decided because I care so little about this match. However, I think they're going to leave the title on Bayley and Sasha.
Why does it say fatal? Someone's going to die?
Fatal 4-way means no rules, all groups. So it's 8 women in the ring. Fatal 4-way is.
That sounds like a porn.
It's a dumb
Fatal 4-way. Oh boy!
All right. First of all, you don't want to see Nia Jax in a porn, and you sure as fuck don't want to see Tamina in a porn. The Iconics are pretty hot. I mean, do you want me to rank them based on hotness?
No, I was just saying the titles.
I like the Iconics from a hot standpoint. Beth Phoenix is milfy. I mean, she's.
I'm gonna Google that later and see what comes up.
All right. Sasha Banks is a piece of ass. That's Snoop Dogg's cousin. Bayley looks like you're banging somebody's sister. That's just creepy. Natalya's got that weird chubby fat thing. I don't know what's going on with her. This is Team MILF. I mean, seriously, these women are both in their either late 30s or 40s. I don't know what's going on there. This is the don't body shame us fat ugly chicks.
Oh, jeez. Everybody loves something, Lee.
In order, you would bang the Iconics. Sasha Banks is a piece of ass. Probably then Bayley. Natalya. Phoenix is really still a bodybuilder, so she's pretty built. I don't know if I want to bang a chick that could hurt me. And then of these two, Nia Jax is actually pretty, but that's a big girl. And then Tamina's a dude. I mean, I don't even know what to say about it. This is Jimmy Superfly Snuka's daughter. This is The Rock's cousin. These are hot Australian chicks. This is a Hart family member. This one's married to another wrestler. This is Snoop's cousin. I mean, I don't even know where to go with this, Andrew. It's there you go. There's a complete breakdown. None of it is really whack off material, although we have really creepy people who listen to this show. So this will probably be either the take a shit or beat off match. I don't know which. I don't think we will have any wardrobe malfunctions. Just saying it out loud. Roman Reigns, who's now back from cancer, that's legit, takes on Drew McIntyre, so he will win. Guaranteed. Shane McMahon, the son of the company owner, will take on The Miz. You remember The Miz from MTV's The Real World, Andrew? Mike Mizanin? Why, he's a pro wrestler and all grown up now. More than likely, Shane McMahon will win the match. I can't see a reason for The Miz to actually win, and I don't really care. But Shane McMahon does crazy shit like jump off the top of the building and try to kill himself at every pay-per-view. So I expect nothing less from this one. Triple H takes on Batista. You know Batista, Andrew? He's the one from Guardians of the Galaxy.
I like that guy. He's funny.
Yeah, his promos for this have sucked. He hasn't wrestled in a couple of years. Triple H is 50, I think.
Probably, yeah.
At least, right? Don't get me wrong. They're both in incredible shape. No bullshit. Triple H is still, protein cycling on and off and cut to the hilt. I suspect you have Triple H win this match, but I don't know the point. They made it no holds barred. If they're smart, they blade and they just bleed all over the place to make the match look interesting. By the way, if you're keeping track, we're up to match 15, 16, and 17 on the pay-per-view card. This thing will take 7 hours to watch, Andrew. The Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar, who is still rumored to go back and fight Daniel Cormier at the UFC, will take on Seth Rollins. Based on the interview I heard yesterday with Seth Rollins, he's more concerned with the artistic merit of the match. He didn't give away, and I don't think he knows the finish for the match. I think just to piss off the WWE fans, I don't think they're going to have Brock Lesnar lose here. I don't. It's just turned into a real dicky thing to continually piss off the universe by leaving the belt on Lesnar. I don't know. I'm really interested because if he really wants to fight Cormier, he's now a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. He's a D1 grappler. He's going to fight Cormier, who doesn't strike. I mean, if he could really get that match next year and this year with Daniel Cormier and get another big UFC win, he's passed his suspension for shooting roids. I'd be really interested in that. I don't know if he wants to train that hard. So I'm going to leave the belt on Lesnar in that match. That's legit, I guess. WWE Championship match. Daniel Bryan, a.k.a. Bryan Danielson, takes on Kofi Kingston. Andrew, I'm going to say this. The WWE is racist, and the only way they can prove me wrong is by putting their championship on a black man, which they have yet to ever do in the history of the company. So am I betting on the white dude from Seattle or the black dude from Ghana? What do you think?
I'm going to say...
Now they're a corporation now, and they are traded on the stock.
They're going to go, they're going to go Kofi.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
They got big pop. We're coming off of Black History Month. I think it's a great move from a corporate standpoint to have a black champion.
Well, is he good, though, too? He's got to be good.
Yeah, he's been with the company for 11 years. It's a good story.
Right. Yeah, the character's got to be right. They got to know there's a market behind the man, and yeah, he might have the title.
And the first time in WrestleMania history, Andrew, the women are going to headline the card.
Ooh, there's another one for you.
Ronda Rousey, the Raw champion, takes on Charlotte Flair, the SmackDown champion, with Becky Lynch. There's a huge backstory to all this. So it's a triple threat match, which means they're all in the ring at the same time. There's no rules, basically, because it's a triple threat match. So it's Rousey, Flair, and Lynch. And they're going to headline the card. With all of that said, one of these women will get all of the titles in the main event. Now, they've been trying to build Becky Lynch up to be their next Stone Cold Steve Austin, which they think they have in a nutshell. I don't think she's quite there, and I don't really get that vibe out of her. I mean, artistically, she's doing okay, but I think the money here, you put all the belts on Ronda Rousey. The fans hate her. She's been doing shoot interviews that wrestling is fake and that in real life she'd beat the shit out of these women anywhere at any time. That's what she's been tweeting, Andrew. I love it. I just love it. I think from a long-term exposure moment, I think you put all of the belts on Ronda Rousey. The amount of exposure the WWE will get as a corporation, the amount of heat she will get as the champion, like everything you can do with Ronda Rousey having all the belts. Now, the reason you have all three women in the ring, Charlotte could pin Becky, Becky could pin Charlotte, and Ronda can still remain undefeated in the WWE. She will be the woman who never lost her belt. My opinion, you let Ronda win. It's going to give you the highest possible exposure. You're going to break the internet putting all the belts on Ronda because you're going to end the show on the crowd booing and throwing shit at her. So that's the way it should be booked. More than likely, they'll probably go with the big upending and put all the titles on Charlotte Flair, Ric Flair's daughter. I think your big up moment of the night is Kofi Kingston getting the championship, right? The big we want to have a black champion moment. But I think this Ronda Rousey thing, I think Ronda Rousey getting all the belts does so much for your company tonight.
Now wait, I gotta ask. Was The Rock heavyweight champion?
Rock was heavyweight champion.
Then they've already had a black man as a heavyweight champ.
Yeah, right. He's half Samoan, half black, bro.
Okay, but it's still all right. Whatever.
So if you had to bang one of these three women, who would you take? Let's get you into trouble.
No, yeah, I don't care. Technically, it's already happened. I gotta reinstate it.
All right, there you go. There are my picks. I think it's Ronda Rousey, and I think it's a no-brainer from Vince's perspective when booking this.
Is that the Kofi guy right there?
That's Kofi. He actually originally had a
winning.
He had a big Jamaican accent when he started.
No, he's not winning.
Too black?
There's no market there. I'm gonna go with the white guy.
All right.
Yeah, he's got the lumberjack beard.
I think you have Brock continue to win. If he's really not going to the UFC, the crowd just hates him.
And Triple H looks like he's sick. He needs to stop wrestling. That's a bad photo of Triple H. Wow, man, that he looks like. Old. I know, he looks really old. That's terrible.
There you go. There's our WrestleMania preview, only because I want the extra clicks today. Let's go back to this for just a quick second because all right, I'll leave it alone. We've had enough for this week.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the week that was boxing, Andrew. Would you like to do that? Do you like the shiny new graphics?
Yeah, that looks nice.
Right?
Very nice.
Makes it easier when I'm editing video. But I have these spots I can. The week that was boxing brought to you by LasVegasDiscount.net. What is that, Andrew, for the new listeners? If they type in LasVegasDiscount.net, what will they be able to do in less than 30 days?
Good. Canelo versus Jacobs.
Did you just yawn in the middle of that, you fucker?
I have tickets. There might be tickets available for that. Get a hold of me.
Really? Should I book a room? Is that what you're telling me?
There was a guy last night at the bar. I'm getting a lot of connects at this bar, huh?
You just get me one, okay? I'll go to the fight. Well, no, then I can go cover the Baca Expo and then go to the fight and drive home. Can you get me two at a reasonable price? Or
yes,
are they going to just give them
we gotta see if the fight's sold out. That's what I told. I said, look, you're not going to get above face value or face value if this fight didn't sell out. So he kind of knows that. This was from what he told me, this was a trip, got canceled. Now he's stuck with them, just wants to get them off. So as long as this fight didn't sell out, Lee, yes, I might be able to get you a good price on two. And as a matter of fact, I think face value is $350. So if you want to see where those seats are at $350, you can even do that.
I still think they're upper deck. LasVegasDiscount.net if you're going to Vegas for Cinco de Mayo weekend. You want to come in on Friday, leave on Sunday. You can still get the Mandalay Bay at 50% off at $200 a night. Andrew and I have been pushing one particular location. Let's see if it's still available. It's gone up since we said, Andrew. I said book it at $169 last week. It's now $209. It's still 50% off, even though they've raised their prices.
It's getting closer.
I don't know. Let's see what the best deal is this week. Go to LasVegasDiscount.net this week. I think you stay at the Rio. I mean, if you're trying to keep it at under 200 a night, right? Because you got to pay hotel fees still. And you know the rules. Fight Net Radio doesn't stay.
If you're going with the group of guys, fucking throw a dart at the wall on these prices. If you're going with your girl and you have to pay for the whole damn trip, then you want to look at the Rio.
Yeah, you are. I agree. Okay, so let's break this down. We do this each and every week. If it's your first time listening, this is our gratuitous commercial. LasVegasDiscount.net. You want to put in 4-star and 5-star because Andrew and I don't roll in anything less than a 4 or a 5-star when we go to Vegas. Well, I do.
Or
Andrew
ladies don't. Well, yeah, for me.
Oh my God, my lady does not. Jesus.
Exactly.
She can't even handle the Rio, for God's sakes. She found the Rio to be, the beds were too firm, the room was gratuitously too big and pointless.
The view.
Yeah, there's no view.
Yeah, there's no view.
So the best deal right now, I've recommended this a million times, and I should be sponsored by these fuckers. Treasure Island, which has a very good, because I know the age group that's going to this, the TI has a great pool scene for people above the age of 40. It is not some high-tech discotheque. There aren't a lot of kids. The age group is about 40 and up. It's generally middle America type hotel, and the quality of the rooms is solid.
Good bar. It's a boat, right? The bar is a boat, and
everything here works, Andrew.
Yep.
Okay.
It's free. You can take your lady there for drinks.
You're under
and
$200
dancing.
a night. I like the TI. You're still just a couple blocks off of the hotel. I wouldn't stay at Bally's even if you paid me, and I don't know how they declare it a 4-star. I think your best bet is the Mandalay Bay or still the Park MGM. Mandalay Bay at $200 a night on Cinco de Mayo weekend. That's 50% off, and you're getting a great price at Park MGM. I think these are the two places to go. The only reason I still like the Park MGM, even though it's gone up $40, Andrew, it's across the fucking parking lot.
That's what I was gonna say. It's closer. So
you can't beat that shit.
You cut out taxi, right?
And it's brand new. Like it's literally the soft opening was less than a year ago. Okay.
The sheets are decent.
No, brand new beds, brand new sheets, brand new everything. Literally, they put millions of dollars into the renovation.
Nice.
They brought it completely up to speed. Brand new front end, brand new food, brand new everything. And the sports book is really nice and it's got good food. Were you out late last night, son?
Yes. Why you keep hearing that?
Yeah, I do.
I'm sorry, you guys.
All right.
This
There you go.
commercial
Go to
gets longer and longer
LasVegasDiscount.
every weekend.
We start off the week on Wednesday, April 3rd.
Oh, shit.
For those of you who don't remember, Cash Ali spoke to David Price and apologized for biting him after the fight. Cash Ali is trying to make amends after having his boxing license suspended in connection to last weekend's disqualification for biting David Price during their fight in Liverpool. The British Boxing Board of Control ordered Ali to appear. They suspended him. I don't know if he blew him or he bit him. It also led to an incredibly bizarre altercation after the fight. Andrew, should this man be banned from sports?
I don't know. What am I watching here?
This is after the fight.
I know. Where is the? Oh, when they start throwing beer at him.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
What's your final take on this whole thing?
Banned from the sport, I would say no. They could ban him for a year, suspend him for a year, bring him back. He didn't draw blood, right? He was just frustrated. I don't know what you do with the damn guy. I don't think his whole career should be over because of this, though. But it's hard for me to say because he did bite the man in the ring. I think
he should pay for everybody's ticket for fucking up the fight. I think if you fuck up a fight like Oscar De La Hoya, did I say that out loud?
Hey, did he just talk about me? Yo. Hey, yo.
What?
Did he just fucking talk about me?
That was Lee. That was not me.
Let's say you're Oscar De La Hoya and you take an alleged dive during a fight.
Oh,
If you're going to fuck up a fight at this scale, Andrew, shouldn't you refund everybody's ticket?
No, he definitely might be sued. He lost his purse, right? I think he already lost his purse.
Not to mention, from a sexual standpoint, children are watching this, Andrew.
Yeah, I guess you just ban them. Fuck it.
All right. For how long?
For life.
You got 18 months.
Oh, that's not bad. That's good.
Not bad. We're never going to hear from him again. And I don't want to say this because people are really going to hate this next take. This is the best thing Cash Ali ever did for his career. He's become the most interesting man in English boxing.
Definitely, he was not looking good against Price, who a lot of people thought was already out of the sport. So you probably are right. We're really never going to hear from him again. He'll get a shot, probably lose that fight too, and hold himself back from biting and just take a loss.
There you go. That was on Wednesday. Let's move on to what happened else on Wednesday. I love this, Andrew. How did you think I was going to miss this one?
Damn it.
Oh, you knew I'd see it. Come on, right? You knew it. Shakur Stevens was in a violent brawl. New video surfaces, and guess what? We're going to play it right now. There's a commercial for some resort.
You're like the TMZ of boxing.
Even got it. We are the TMZ of boxing.
Guess what? We're gonna play it right now.
I'm even doing a commercial for some online casino, which, by the way, coming soon based on FightNet Radio's number. There's going to be commercials on our videos. We're about ready to flip over and start getting paid on our videos on the number one viewed video source. I don't even know what that is. Muskogee Resort. Okay, so here's the video. Tell me what you know about this insanity.
Okay, looked like Stevenson threw the first punch there. And he dropped. The guy, are they two? He's beating on a girl from the very beginning. That dude's a piece of shit who was ever in that wife beater.
Do you think this is going to get 1 million views, Andrew, if I keep looping it?
No, I don't know, but that dude's a piece of shit in the wife beater. Stevenson better drop that cat. Seriously, you know they're going to make him. Bob Arum, this guy will never be with Stevenson again. I don't give a fuck if he sees his blood. He beats a girl from the get. Look at that. Takes her down. He's punching her in the corner. Like, I'm not even watching.
What could she have said?
I don't know. They're fucking.
Hey, you. Stop being a dick. I don't want to go home with you. Oh, she threw the first punch.
I don't give it. You, Lee, don't start with that shit. You laugh that shit off, dude. That's nothing. That's nothing. No, you don't. Men don't hit women like this.
2 dudes are beating her up. 3 dudes. Like, I don't. Good for
look,
the
and then he socks, the other girl, and she takes it.
The boyfriend.
Hey, look, rewind it.
All right.
He socks the other girl, and she takes it right on the chin. You show him how much of a fucking coward he is. Watch this guy in the wife beater, right? So here he goes. He's going to beat the girl in the corner, right? Now watch this other girl's like, stop, please stop. Don't do that. Watch this. Bink. All right, look at her. Oh, you stupid. And she walks over, starts talking to her friend. Fucking coward. Oh, my God. Yeah, Stevenson better drop this guy. He's in big trouble. This is not a good video. And then
nice uppercuts. Come on, wait. Come on.
Yeah, now let's watch Stevenson. Now let's
uppercuts.
No, let's do a play-by-play on Stevenson now. Rewind it. We've got his friend. His friend is done. His life is over. Back to the warehouse for you, buddy. Hope you get certified as a fucking forklift driver.
Right hand, uppercut. Right hand, uppercut.
Yeah, this is not good.
I don't know. That's the best he's looked in a while, Andrew. What's the slipping shit?
No, he's undefeated. He's undefeated, bro. This was one of look. He's supposed to be on pay-per-view and on April 20th.
Punch? Wait, was this a Superman punch?
That's him drunk and falling down.
That's bad footwork, bro. Bad footwork.
Yo, it's called alcohol.
Good left hand on her. By the way, the wife beater dude throws an incredible left on this chick who's standing there yelling. Watch.
I told you that. I know, and she doesn't even go down. She's like, "Oh, seriously? You're gonna hit me now?" Fucking all the muscles
like
in
me
the world.
At the last concert I went to.
Has anyone been arrested? You're getting me mad. Has anyone been arrested?
I don't know. Let's read the rest of the story. I really like the video. That's a great video, by the way.
Yeah, they're fun. Stevenson
was arrested on July 1st of last year and charged with misdemeanor battery. The case is ongoing, and the last court date listed is March 11th. There are 3 counts of misdemeanor battery and 1 on felony battery that have surfaced from this situation. A trial is set for June 10th. There you go, Andrew. I love the video.
Look,
I can't believe it took this long for the video to surface.
According to the police report. No,
Police said paramedics treated a man and a woman at the scene for cuts and bruises. Stevenson and Grayton fled the scene before officers arrived. No, I would. Would you? The 2 were arrested.
That must be the wife beater. He's going to jail.
Yeah, that's great. Grayton is clearly the wife.
Going to jail unless Stevenson
pays.
pays.
Were arrested a short time later at the hotel. The reporter said Stevenson had a cut on his lip and Grayton had a cut on his knuckles. The report said Stevenson was celebrating his 21st birthday with his friends on South Beach. The video was first published by the website SlaterScoops.com. Shout out to SlaterScoops.com. Stevenson is set to fight former world title champion Christopher Diaz on April 20th at Madison Square Garden on the undercard of Crawford versus Khan.
That could be in jeopardy with this video being released.
Woo!
I don't know.
I love this video.
Look at right there, Lee. It says including 2 women who allegedly directed sexual. What did they say to him?
Where?
In Hindu?
Did I miss something?
Yeah, you missed the paragraph right there. According to the police report,
obtained by Miami 10 in Florida, Stevenson and another boxer, David Grayton, I'm going to guess.
Oh, that's a boxer? Jesus.
Made comments to a group of people in the garage, including 2 women to whom they allegedly directed sexual innuendo, which sparked the fight. Yeah.
So those girls were what? Lesbian? They thought they were lesbians? Is that what they're saying?
No. Because I go out with someone who tends to dress suggestively based on my direction. I like my lady to flaunt it a little bit.
Hitting on him?
Yeah, I think that he hit on him, and then the white shaved-headed dude, we'll call him Lee in this story, because I know what I would have done, which is jumped in and still gotten my ass kicked by 2 boxers. I think I would have done better with 2 drunk guys than this guy did, actually. I like my chances.
I know. It sucks that the girls were taking better shots.
If this dude actually got to the ground and I could get on top of him, Shakur would be in all kinds of fucked up trouble with me.
I'd rip his fucking ear off, bro.
Well, here's what would have happened in real life.
Hey, you fight. No, you know what? You're hitting 2 females that I'm with. We're going fucking caveman on this. Fuck all the bullshit, Lee. You want MMA? MMA is the real world? I'll rip your fucking ear off. You hit 2 of my girls that are with me. I'm dead serious.
Here's the fucked up thing. I
You're
probably, first of all, I would have known who he was. I would have fucked up his career. I'd have popped his knee. I'd be
whatever you can do, man. We're going all out.
Could you imagine if he actually got injured?
No, the video don't look good for the guy at all. The guy is getting mollywopped. He was no help to these women.
Mollywopped. Good word, Andrew. I love this video. Like, it's clean shot.
And see, when he got punched, why did he back up?
What the fuck is up with the valet who got involved?
Nah, but see, look at that guy. The ball-headed guy gets pushed out of the way too much. He already got socked in the face.
Oh,
he already got.
Okay,
he should have punched Grayton right in the back of the head. Grayton should have took a shot right to the back of the head. He would have been out. Give a fuck what happens. Grayton, watch this. He pushed him back.
To pop this dude in the back of the head. That's his cell phone.
Because this guy.
And Shakur stops him.
He's hitting like a girl, Lee. Stop it. That ball.
He says, stop. I can tell you exactly what she's saying. Watch. Stop. And he decks her. What the fuck?
His license. He should never be a boxer again. His boxing license should be done with this video.
This is the crazy part of the video, right? This not stopping shit. And standing over him and fucking cursing him out.
Then he kicked him.
And then he says, let's get the fuck out of here. Woo! Andrew, that is some intense shit.
He's in trouble. That's not good. Grayton's probably never going to be a fighter again.
Now, how many views will that video do on the...
Probably none, because they're a bunch of knuckleheads, Lee.
All right, Andrew. The following piece of material. I'm going to set this up in advance. You ready? I spent a lot of time on the next joke that I'm about to set up. So if you don't laugh at the punchline to this whole fucking thing...
You got me all mad.
That's why we went to a comedy bit next. I'm setting it up in advance.
Let's go.
This from Boxing Scene. We usually get all our stories from Boxing Scene. Shout out to Keith Eidick and the entire crew at Boxing Scene. I still think it's the best boxing website out there. Consistently, day in and day out. I can't put Boxing Scene over enough. They clearly listen to the show because they tend to make edits based on the shit I find in their articles. And I'm a horrible reader, and I find their fucking writing mistakes. This story comes to us from Cliff Rold. I wanted to call him Cliff Rod because it's just funnier. Get it? Cliff Rod. He wrote a piece, if you can believe this, about Wengham Muntahim. And the reason for that is we're once again talking about Thai fighters that fly off the radar. Is there not currently a Thai fighter who's ranked in the top 10 who's considered one of the pound for pound best, Andrew?
Yes.
Sor Rungvisai, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Who we still can't even justify that he should be in the top 10, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Well, this is Wengheng. And the reason I bring that up, one of the recurring jokes on this show, so you guys don't hear all the running jokes, is I always talk about Ponsalak Wanjakam, who was like 80-0 in Thailand as a strawweight or whatever it was, Andrew.
You have a good history. Yes, sir. Yep, I remember that.
All right.
I remember that.
So I thought I would talk about Wengham and give a little shout out to the best Thai fighters of all time, and then give you my opinion of who I think the best Thai fighter is of all time. Wengham is now 52-0 going on 53. Can you believe that shit, Andrew? He is undefeated
after 52.
And the WBC champion. He's going to be 53-0. He's going to be one of the longest reigning WBC champions. I'm not going to read this whole article, even though Cliff wrote an amazing article. Shout out to Cliff Rold, who wrote an article. Go read it. I don't know him. We've never talked about him before on this. This dude's not talking about unifications. He's just been WBC champion forever, Andrew, which led me to see if there was a list of famous boxers from Thailand. And believe it or not, Ranker, shout out to Ranker, they've got a list of famous boxers from Thailand. And by the way, I have never heard of these guys. KLC Galaxy is ranked number 1. He's a super flyweight. Ever hear of him, Andrew?
No.
Okay, I just want to see if you've heard of him.
Nope.
Pon Kingjapek. That's not the one that I talk about.
Nope.
He's one of the best boxers of 1960.
Looks like a tall fella.
I've never heard of him. Who knew that there were so many boxers from Thailand? How about Chicharli Chichino Chichioni Shamalama Ding Dong?
Nope.
He's ranked number 18 on the best flyweight of all time. Can you believe that shit? Thailand, Andrew, Thailand.
Oh, come on. We know there's fighters in Thailand, Lee.
Smart Payarukan. He's a super bantamweight champion who's obviously well ranked. Number 5, Sremalak Swing.
Lee, are you sure these aren't Muay Thai?
No, these are. He's the welterweight and bantamweight.
This fool was a welterweight.
No, these are real professional boxers. I did my homework.
All right.
Eagle Kiowa. Never heard of any of these. Salam Adi. Now, the reason I bring up this list, Sor Rungvisai didn't make this list, Andrew.
Yeah, I don't think you're looking at a real.
No, this is the WBA champion, Andrew.
Oh my gosh! All right.
Here's the problem. First of all of them are super flyweight, super bantamweight, super whatever, right?
So we're never seeing them.
That's why we never saw him. I'm kind of.
Why is it Manny Pacquiao on this list?
He's not from Thailand. different country.
I'm just fucking playing. I'm just playing.
And Ponsalak didn't make the list, which I was a little shocked.
And the other guy that knocked out Humberto Chiquita Gonzalez is not on the list. I can't forget his name. That's why I don't believe your list.
My case for who should be the greatest Thai boxer of all time. You ready?
Yeah.
I think it should be Tong Po. Tong Po is the longtime undefeated Thai champion and enforcer for mob box Freddie Lee. When American kickboxing champion Eric Sioni and his younger brother Kurt arrived in Thailand as a first step to taking the world's greatest after Eric had beaten the best in America, Kurt is the first one to witness the Tong Po's horrifying strength, right? As you recall from the documentary movie, that they made called Kickboxer. Eric, when he kicks the pillar, the plaster falls. Is that a long way to go for a joke?
It's good. It's good. He's done more for Thai boxing than those guys on the list.
Hello, Andrew.
Yes.
This is Eric. I was in the movie American Kickboxer. Or is my name Kurt?
I really like the Doritos ads.
Humberto Gonzalez was knocked out by a Thailand fighter in his last fight. Saman Sor S-O-R-J.
They're all named Sor, dude.
Yeah, Saman Soratang.
So for those of you who say we don't talk about Thai fighters ever on this show, I donated a whole 5 minutes of the show with a pretty good punchline.
It was his last fight. That's sad. I remember it. They gave that kid one round, Lee. Both of his eyes were closed.
Now back to the real world, Andrew. On Thursday, Deontay Wilder resurfaced.
Oh, God.
For those of you who don't remember Deontay Wilder, Siri, who is Deontay Wilder? Oh, sorry. Alexa, who is Deontay Wilder? Alexa, who is Deontay Wilder? Bitch.
Deontay Wilder is an American professional boxer. He has held the WBC heavyweight title since 2015.
Thank you. Alexa, shut up.
Now ask who AJ is, though. Wait, ask who AJ Anthony Joshua is.
Alexa, who is Anthony Joshua?
Anthony Olafemi Olaseni Joshua is a British professional boxer. He is currently a unified world heavyweight champion.
There it is. You see the difference?
Hold on. Let's give her a little more credit. Alexa, shut up, bitch. Alexa, who is the heavyweight boxing champion of the world? Alexa, who is heavyweight champion of the world?
In the heavyweight class, Daniel Cormier holds the UFC title. Anthony Joshua.
Bitch, shut up. Alexa, stop. Alexa, who is the heavyweight boxing champion?
This might answer your question. Here are the results of the recent fights. In a light heavyweight matchup on
Alexa, stop.
You yell at Alexa. That's so funny.
I can't yell at my woman.
Right. That's hella funny. Them poor robots are being abused. Hey, when they announced Joshua, they said unified heavyweight champ. When they announced Wilder, they said he's held the title.
Yeah, right. Deontay Wilder resurfaced this week after Klitschko signed his DAZN deal. Keith Heidick put a story together on Thursday. Wilder, I don't think Klitschko will fight me if he comes back. Really, asshole? So you tried to bait him to sign with Showtime, because we caught that, right? We clearly caught that you were trying to do that. Well, okay.
They're seeing if they can do a pay-per-view, Lee. If
Here's what Wilder had to say.
Pay-per-view.
We'll still see. I love fucking Wilder's comments all the time. We'll still have to see what he does. Let him get back in there and build him up. Look, Klitschko, when he fought Joshua, he was out for what, 2 years, and he came back and lost and stuff, and he's got to build himself back up. He can only live off his name for so long. You get to the point where you look, where you're the fighter that used to be where you was. I can't say used to be somebody because he's still somebody. He's still Klitschko. He's done amazing things in his career, and you can't take that back. Even when I went to camp with him, I learned a lot of things from him. So you can never take that from him.
You didn't learn a fucking thing from him. What did he learn from him, Lee?
Wilder went on to say, but Andrew, you know, the fighting scene, when he comes back, he's got to build himself back up. Oh, he's fucking repeating himself now. Especially with someone like me. I'm coming in for the kill. Of course you're going to put yourself over. I ain't playing around with nobody. I don't think he'll want to fight. to be honest, in my opinion, Klitschko had many times to challenge me. Every time he comes back, ain't nobody mentioning Deontay Wilder's name. Yeah, because you fight on Showtime, asshole.
No,
nobody wants to get paid. I don't want to break it to anybody. Nobody wants to fight Deontay because nobody wants to make $10 million. Nobody.
And he was offered $18 million, and him and Al said no. Remember, he's the one that turned down the fight. Listen, you guys, Klitschko would have smoked Deontay Wilder back in the day in 3 fucking rounds. Seriously, the guy can't stop a right hand today. What do you think he looked back 3 years ago?
How would he stop 12 rounds of a guy who lays behind a jab?
A jab and a right hand. Lee, the fight's over. A jab, right hand, and this fight is over. That man is just as big as Wilder, has the same power, and he knows how to throw a punch.
I'm completely fascinated with Deontay. I'm really fascinated with Deontay Wilder and Stephen Espinoza. They can't get any, like, there were some stories that I was trying to put together today, legitimately, Andrew, like where they're trying to get Dillian White, where they're like, there's no finalized fight for Deontay Wilder. Nobody wants to fight on Showtime. Nobody wants to fight for nickels and dimes. He's going to wind up fighting another bullshit, just outside of the top 10 guys.
Like you said, Luis Ortiz rematch. That's a possibility, like you were pointing to last week.
This is fucked up. This is really, really fucked up. And Deontay is starting to believe his own smoke and hype and bullshit again.
And they're doing the Mayweather. They're trying to do the Mayweather blueprint. Keep telling everyone how fucking great you are. Get the media mad. Remember, there was media old guys did not like how Floyd used to say, "Oh, I'm the greatest, I'm the greatest." There was articles written about how he's not the greatest. He only keeps telling himself that. Well, after all the bullshit wins, for years I've been telling you guys this. For years then people start buying into it. They just start believing the shit, and like it becomes a story. And I think that's what they're trying to do with Wilder. I keep bringing this up. The only thing they don't have is the same situation that Mayweather has, and that was the presence of another combat sport taking over all of fighting. So that's the difference there. I don't think this one's going to work. Like you said, they're running out of options, sort of like Lee. Let me tell you, Terrence Crawford's running out of options in the welterweight division. We've seen Bob Arum's been sort of desperate with the Crawford situation, trying to get these PBC guys. Deontay Wilder is desperate in a heavyweight situation. He does not have the ball in his court. He is the B-side of both fights that he wants. It's not looking good. They're like I said, told you guys, they have made a deal where they're going to pay him a nickel and then tell him he's going to go to a bank and get 25 cents back. It's not going to happen. Eddie Hearn,
for a recurring segment.
Eddie Hearn is not going to do it. Go ahead.
The Stephen Espinoza calculator has returned.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on, Andrew. If all of the fighters do not want to fight Deontay Wilder because he's on Showtime and they're not going to get paid. I'm typing in still. Hold on. I'll get this right, Andrew.
Right.
And he's got to fight Luis Ortiz, or he's got to fight. Oh, if this is your first time listening to Fight Net Radio, I've stolen Stephen Espinoza's calculator. And that's what I'm typing into right now to calculate how much Deontay Wilder is going to make on his next fight. So he's going to fight Deontay will fight Luis Ortiz. How about Chris Arreola?
Brazil.
Chris Arreola's back, Andrew. Chris Arreola. Deontay Wilder still makes $46 million in his next fight, Andrew, according to Stephen Espinoza's calculator.
But we won't release those numbers. Remember, he's not going to release.
We can't release those numbers, Andrew, because you know what? They get blown up by the media because we're fake news. Right?
Yeah, we have real calculators. We're not using this.
I have Stephen Espinoza's calculator. Okay, so I can talk on his behalf and say that Deontay Wilder will make at least $50 million in his next fight. Of course, I round up.
Stephen Espinoza's calculator is like Canelo's weigh-in picture. I don't know if you have that in the news, but did you see Canelo get caught this week?
We're gonna get to it. I don't even know what to say about it because it's so ridiculous.
Oh, I see it right there. There it is.
It's in there. My bad. Deontay Wilder continued to be in the news this week and continued to say crazy ass shit every time a camera appeared in his face. America has been waiting for a heavyweight king for a long time, someone they can look up to and be happy about. What said the Bronze Bomber? I gave America that pride and joy of having their own superstar heavyweight champion they can call the baddest man on the planet. Since the last few fights, I've got the world's attention like I wanted. This is just the beginning for Deontay Wilder. The things that I can do now are incredible. Those guys, Joshua and Fury, have a chance if they do things right, make the right fights, have the right fights, then America will love them. But they have to understand that when they come to America, it is totally different. Our outlook and view is different. We like to be cocky. No, we don't. We like to talk old school. No, we don't. We like to see aggressiveness. Well, I might agree on that one. The fighters fighting the best. No, that doesn't happen. They don't want to see nobody running. That would be you, asshole. When these guys come to America, I am the king here no matter what the people say. Well, okay, now you're saying, can we just talk about this line here? Because this is why we have this particular story. Do you want me to zoom in on this line? Because this line is ridiculous, Andrew.
Yeah, no matter what people say. You see that, Lee?
No matter what. When the guys come to America, I am the king here no matter what people say.
Hey, Deontay, there's like 50 million that say you are not the king. No. I am the king. Al has told me I am the king.
Your promoter, Stephen Espinoza, literally fucking busted a circuit in his brain because a peripheral sports management guy didn't know who you were.
Yep.
How can you be the king? Andrew, this is making me fucking crazy on some level. This thing right here, no matter what people say, I don't even know how to handle that. I don't even care what the rest of the article's about. That's just fucking crazy.
That's how they do it over there, though. They're going to keep pumping this shit in, and his fans will keep, oh, you don't know Deontay? Oh, he's undefeated. Oh, they're hating on him, though, right now. They know he really knocked out Fury, but then the judge gave Fury extra seconds. Come on.
But Andrew, he had this to say. I got a lot of influence here. Everybody in the sport looks up to me because I'm the monster in the heavyweight division. They can't look over me. Actually, they all look past you, dude, and they all signed for hundreds of millions of dollars. Yeah, you're the only asshole who didn't take any money.
Nope. Getting the less
he's
paid.
The only heavyweight.
In the next fight, he is making less money than the other two champions in the division. But he's the
retired.
King. But I'm the king.
Klitschko. Here's the crazy part, Andrew. A retired Klitschko signs a 3-fight deal with DAZN.
$90 million.
And made $90 million overnight.
Now, wait. There's not a guarantee on that, but that's what they're saying the offer was. But that could have been an April Fool's joke, Lee. That's not a guarantee that was real. But yeah.
But how else do you get Klitschko back? He's got to be at least $20 million a fight. He's got to be a minimum $20 million a fight.
Of course.
And the way DAZN structures is they're usually going to guarantee 3 fights at X amount of dollars if you do all 3 fights, right? That's how the structure works. But you got to fight the guys we say you got to fight. That's kind of the DAZN deal. The DAZN deal, for those of you who don't get it, you get a couple of cheesecake, powder, cream puff fights, right? They don't lie. We're going to give you a cream puff, but your next fight's going to be against Anthony Joshua. Your next fight's going to be against Tyson. They don't hide that from these fighters. They don't. DAZN to date has not protected their fighter, and everybody who seems to think that they do. I'll point at Canelo. Canelo could be fighting the most bullshit guys on the planet right now. He's really not. Canelo is really not fighting bullshit fights.
No, he fought the champion who had 4-inch, 3-inch height advantage going up a division, super middleweight, turns around and fights the number one contender at super middleweight, Daniel Jacobs.
Yeah.
No, this is not a guy who's taking easy fights.
And he's still going to fight Triple G. I'm
going to tell you something else. The 3 fighters you're talking about, Anthony Joshua, Saul Alvarez, and Vladimir Klitschko, these are all prize fighters. These guys were prize fighters before they got with DAZN. So when DAZN gave them or are thinking of giving Klitschko, I don't know if that's happening, But the other two, when you sign these guys to $30 million deals, you know you got a fighter that's going to fight the people you want them to, because they were doing it before the DAZN thing ever came up. And that's what I got to tell you guys. When Klitschko and his people sit down at a table, you don't think they're seriously going, hey, 3 fights, 90 million. When did we ever see this in boxing? When? Do you pass on that opportunity? I don't care about the wins or losses. One, Klitschko's lost before, so it's not like he has that over his head of this I cannot lose this fight issue going on. 2, he's already fought in Joshua. So that those butterflies are gone. Who cares if you're going to get an easy one, but then you got to rematch Joshua? So what? Been there, done that. I've lost to him. Shit, almost knocked him out too. Let's do it again. Easy money. Deontay Wilder? I don't want easy money. I'm going to gamble on myself. They're going to give me a nickel.
There's nobody.
I'm going to go to Jackson, and they're going to give me a quarter.
So I've got a proposal for Deontay if he wants to be the baddest man on the planet. You ready, Andrew? All he has to do is fight Alexander Usyk. You want to show that you're the baddest dude on the planet? Just fight a dude who's 16-0, right? He's the cruiserweight champion, unified. This should be no big deal for Deontay, right? He's small. He's fighting a guy who's smaller.
They're like the same size, yeah.
He's not really committed to any organization or to any channel yet.
He's DAZN, bro.
Has he got a contract?
Yeah, he's DAZN, and he's gonna fight
Takam,
another prize fighter before.
I'd love to hear him call out Alexander Usyk. By the way, if I was a heavyweight right now, this is the guy you don't want to fight.
They're saying Anthony Joshua could be as early as next year. Lee, you got to remember, this is a guy that took all the titles in a matter of, when did he start? When did he go for? Remember, it was some
pro.
They wanted to put him on
like a couple of years ago. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And he went to everybody's backyard to do it. He beat them all on their turf. He's a prize fighter. This guy will fight Anthony Joshua. He doesn't need Deontay Wilder, and that's why he's on DAZN, making the big money, taking the big fights. These PBC guys, B-level.
This is the next heavyweight champion of the world.
He's very small. If he takes Joshua on next, it will be a tough fight for him because of his size. We don't know how good Joshua is yet, Lee, but we know he's damn good. The kid blew through the rankings. He took 2 titles. He knocked out one of the best heavyweight champions, greatest heavyweight champions of all time in Klitschko. It was a tremendous fight where he almost got dropped, comes back, tells the champ he's going to knock him out, and then knocks him out in the next round. We don't know how good Joshua is. Like I said, I believe the winner of Joshua Fury is going to be the greatest British fighter of all time. That's just my opinion. But Joshua he's on that path, and so is Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury, also a prize fighter, took on all comers, beat Klitschko before. Very boring fight, but you know what? And another thing to Deontay, let me talk about this. Deontay's whole America likes aggressive fighters. No, they don't. No, they don't. Matter of fact, the most highest paid athlete in America or in the world of all time was not an aggressive fighter at all.
Floyd Mayweather was not an aggressive fighter.
Yeah. And then the last time I checked, the greatest lightweight that they say of all time, or sometimes they have him under number 2 because of Roberto Duran, is Pernell Whitaker. Not an aggressive fighter at all. Matter of fact, made a lot of money being a defensive genius. So stop it with they like aggressive. No, they don't. And we also don't like how you fight. You're very sloppy. You got the kids thinking they don't have to train. They don't have to learn the basics. I fucking love how Deontay Wilder came out this week and was like, I'm going to go back to the basics. Dude, you have 40 fucking fights under your belt. The basics should already be with you. It's just, the guy's a total nut job. He's believing the smoke that Al Heyman and Espinoza have constantly blown up his ass. Yes, he has the one solid win, people. One solid win. That's Luis Ortiz. Fuck you. And he in that Tyson Fury fight, he lost that shit 10-2. Let me repeat that. He lost on rounds 10-2. You give him 2 points for the knockdowns. He still lost the fight. I don't care what the corrupt ass judge over there in Suleiman's fucking left hand pocket had on that scorecard. What was it, you guys? Who the fuck had Deontay Wilder winning that fight without the knockdown in the 12th round? That is one of the most bogus fucking scorecards ever. And if Deontay Wilder was Saul fucking Alvarez, you guys would still be saying that today.
But how do you really feel?
That fucking scorecard was the worst thing we've ever. Lee, people don't understand the robbery that went down in that ring. He had him winning without the knockdown.
I agree.
Why are we still talking about a girl who had a draw?
I'm with you.
He's not even the heavyweight champ. He has one loss. I mean, like, and Klitschko ices your ass. Ices you. You shut your eyes on combos being thrown by journeymen. You're going to take the punch of a fucking Klitschko? Stop it.
Good job, Andrew.
I know.
Marcos Maidana made the news this past week. He'd like to fight 3 times in 2019, Andrew. You remember Marcos. This guy right here.
Thank you, Lee. There it is.
That and paid.
Yep. Show them all. Wait a minute. Go back to that money one. Go to that money one. Go to that. Oh, he's got Mayweather money. He ain't never going to fight again. Oh, I wish I had Madonna.
That's enough money to pay all my bills, for God's sakes.
Lee, do you know since this man is retired, cartel member, right? Oh my God, he's living like a cartel. This is what Floyd does to you. You guys, he was broke in what, 3-4 years? He's broke. He's coming back to fight.
That, to fight 3 times, I might add. 3 times in a year.
Literally had to watch Floyd fans, excuse me, I'm just not pronouncing my words right today. We literally had them praising this man like he was some fucking, like he was Floyd Mayweather all of a sudden. He had all this money he could just throw around. Look, he's back in the ring starving himself trying to get a paycheck.
There you go. Glad we could get a little plug in for Marcos Fat Madonna.
And believe me, Lee, the day if Floyd never comes back and ends up spending all of his money like he's on the path of doing right now, we're going to post a whole show of Floyd's videos. Oh, you better believe it. We got to help the guy because it will be an auction. He's got a lot of shit to sell. But we will post. I will never feel sorry for a man who's bragged as much as Madonna and Floyd Mayweather has on all the money they've made to burn when they finally burn it all. Go ahead.
Which takes us to Which takes us to our final story of last week. I don't know what happened there. Like the coffee came back up. Which takes us to our final story of last week. The 30-day weights are in for Canelo and Jacobs. Canelo is 168.2 and Daniel Jacobs is 175.4. I've been trying to make heads or tail of this whole thing, Andrew. So you need to come in at 175, right? The fight's at 175?
No, this is super middleweight. Super middleweight's 168.
So 168. So Canelo's on track. Daniel Jacobs is cutting down, right?
Yes. And
so
go ahead.
What does this tell us?
This tells us Canelo might be ahead of a schedule. He's fighting out of his weight division.
Again.
And I don't know if anyone...
Again.
Huh?
He's fighting out of his weight division again.
Yes. Because Daniel Jacobs is bigger than him. We've seen that in the press conference photos. The other photo that hit the web this week, Lee, this picture that Canelo's holding, you see how they cut it off right under his penis? Do you see that, Lee?
His penis?
Yeah, you see how they cut the photo off right there? See it's gone?
Yeah.
Well, on the real photo, Canelo's not standing on a scale. So everyone's thinking it's a fake photo. Now, I don't know if it was photoshopped or whatnot, but he's not standing on a scale and he's holding this 168.2. So who knows?
Whatever the case. I still think it's impressive.
He might be 163 and doesn't want to show everyone that he's 5 pounds under the weight limit. You know, you know what I mean?
Probably the other way around. I would believe it the other way around. It also looks like, you know what it also looks like? Looks like Mexican cattle.
Now go down. You see right there, It says now go up a little, go up. I think they could have been 176, so which is comfortably below the limit of 176. So that's the weight, that's the pounds they required on the 30-day mark. You can clearly see Canelo's under that, and Jacobs is right on fucking schedule. Jacobs will be tuned in on May 4th in this division on the path that he's in right now. Canelo, I don't know where he's at. I don't know if he overtrained and they got him too low, because you don't want to peak, right? You don't want to be at your weight. What are we? When's this fight? This fight is still almost a month away, right?
Andrew. A month away.
Come on. You want him for a month to be at 168?
There you go. That's all the news of last week, which takes us to our final segment of the day, upcoming boxing schedule for next week. We have a lot of boxing next week, which also tells me what's going on in boxing and how Fight Net Radio is perceived based on the videos we put out, Andrew. Here's why. On Friday night in LA is the Lomachenko-Carolla fight. I have not gotten my media credential letter yet for Friday.
Did you put one in?
I believe I did, Andrew. Right?
I don't know. That's something I don't know.
Do you think it's weird?
No, I don't think it's weird. I don't know if you put in a
I think I did it at the same time that I did whatever the case.
Yeah, you better check that out. Because you're usually the guy that likes to wait to the last minute, Lee. So
I'm pretty sure I did in this particular case. But whatever the case, Friday, April 12th in Los Angeles, California, Vasily Lomachenko takes on Anthony Carolla. 12 rounds for Lomachenko's WBA, WBO lightweight title. Also on the card, Gilberto Ramirez takes on Tommy Carpensi.
And you know what? This is next. When is this? Next
This is
weekend?
Friday. This is Friday, Andrew.
Okay, so you might get your confirmation
Tomorrow.
on Monday. Yes.
Yeah.
Because Friday at the end of the day, they send out the declines. They send out the ones that and I know they do it at the end of the day because they don't want your ass to call and keep asking questions of why.
Yeah, good point.
Good point.
I can't see why Sita and Evan would turn me down, since you and I are the only fuckers who go to Fresno to cover their shit. Saying that out loud to the top ranked people. Me and Andrew, we're the ones who are in fucking Fresno at those fights.
Oh, and we saved Pulev. Damn it, you should have ringside seats. You should be right behind the commentator.
Would that be hilarious if I got an upgraded seat at this next fight? I got a better seat than Steve Kim. How hilarious would that shit be? Vasily Lomachenko's taking on Anthony Carolla, Andrew, on Friday night. How do you see this fight? Break it down for me.
Lomachenko wins easy. Carolla's a gatekeeper. The interesting part on this fight is Teofimo Lopez is supposed to be sitting at ringside, so we don't know.
Say it correctly.
Teofimo.
Teofimo.
I could have swore I just said that, but Teofimo Lopez is going to be sitting ringside. There's a rumor going around that they're already going to put these two together, Lomachenko and Lopez. Big step up in class for that kid. I think he's biting off way too much there, taking on someone slick like Lomachenko this early, but that's what the rumor is, and that's really what's going to be the interest in me watching this fight. Carolla, multiple losses already, just not on this level. I have Lomachenko winning easy decision.
Andrew, safely assuming that I am approved for this fight and that I am going to this fight, and I'll probably be there to see Elvis Rodriguez, what does that mean for the Fight Net Radio regulars?
You will be buying drinks.
That's correct. Since none of you made it out to Costa Mesa, which is the first time it's happened that I didn't have to buy drinks, which is a rarity. None of you came out to Costa Mesa for what turned out to be a very eventful evening, remarkably. The fight was interesting. The after fight was interesting. A lot of shit was really interesting that night, wouldn't you say? I will, if I am approved and I am at the fight, we will have a Fight Net Radio meet and greet, buy drinks, the usual deal. Go buy your tickets. I believe it's in downtown at the Lenovo Center, which is where Top Rank has had previous fights, which means it's right in the entertainment district next to Staples. Great parking, great location. Hopefully there's not a Lakers game, but nobody's going to Lakers games right now, Andrew. So there's plenty of parking.
Right.
Also,
wait a minute. Yeah. Also on that card is my guy.
Who's your guy, Andrew?
The one that will be chasing Saul Alvarez soon in the super middleweight division. That is Gilberto Ramirez.
Yeah, I said his name. Yes, but he's not fighting anybody. He's fighting Tommy Carpensi.
Well, it doesn't matter. This is about Ramirez.
What is it about you and Gilberto Ramirez that I do not understand?
Well, he's 39-0. Okay, that's pretty big. He's the WBO super middleweight champ, and he's in a division where there's a fellow countryman who's the biggest star in boxing. One day, Ramirez and Alvarez is probably going to have to go down, Lee, and they could be both undefeated when they do it because Top Rank knows how to keep their guys going, right? Top Rank builds superstars. Ramirez is 39-0. Canelo, it's got to happen. I know he said he doesn't want to fight any more Mexicans, but I see this fight eventually happening, so tune in to him.
It would seem to me that he'd want a piece. Wouldn't you want like Kovalev if you were Ramirez? Doesn't that fight make more sense?
If he doesn't get Saul or Triple G, he will move up. I think they hold out for those two fights though, because they're bigger. Kovalev is not really that big of a fight anymore.
I don't think it's that big of a fight, but I think it's a solid payday and an easy fight for Ramirez, and it gives him some credibility.
As long as he can make 168, they keep him at 168 for the Triple G, the Daniel Jacobs, and the Saul Alvarez paydays. The 168 division's pretty big right now. You also got the Callum Smith. Let's not forget about the fighter on the other side of the pond, undefeated champ. So there's a lot of big fights here for Ramirez. I think he stays put as long as his body allows him to. He is
I'm literally going to see Elvis Rodriguez.
There you go.
No, I don't know who he is. I just wanted to say that. Also, on Saturday, the fight you have all been waiting for, at least I've been waiting for patiently. Clarissa Shields takes on Christina Hammer, 10 rounds for the IBF, WBA, WBC, WBO women's middleweight unification. There were 3 whole stories about possibly the biggest female fight in the past, at least 10 years, Andrew, in your mind? This is the biggest female fight we've had in how long?
I guess a long time as far as on paper when you see all those belts, but still both fighters relatively unknown to the real world.
Relatively unknown. And Clarissa Shields on her, if I was a man, I'd be more well known. Steve Kim has shit on Clarissa Shields. If you want, you can go over to Fight Net Radio on Facebook. I put up a post where Clarissa Shields shit on Steve Kim, which I fucking love that thing, Andrew. In fact, I love it so much, I'm going to show it.
That If I Was a Man didn't go well for her with the internet, though.
Yeah, well, she is a man. I mean, I don't want to break it to her.
Oh, well, you stop it.
She is not attractive, dude.
You always say that. You're so mean. That is so mean. Everyone has somebody, Lee. You might not like her, but there's a million other guys that think she's fine as hell. You know that.
Are you sending me a text? Whoa.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that real?
They did that to her. No, that is actually Bernard Hopkins in his ESPN nude shoot. You know, the athlete I don't know, what's it called? It's the weirdest book ever.
Yeah. The nude issue. Yeah.
Yeah, and they took her head and put it on B-Hops. Fucked up.
Come on. But at least Christina Hammer looks like a woman.
Yeah, questionable. But yeah.
This is the best. Being great comes with haters. Steve Kim still speaks bad things about me, and I have his dumbass blocked. I just love it because Steve Kim won't talk shit about male boxers, but he'll talk shit about Clarissa Shields.
And then
he needs to get fired. Unprofessional as ever. I just love this. I don't know why I love this so much, Andrew. And I've said point blank, I'm going to take it easy on Clarissa Shields just because she shit on Steve Kim on social media. Now, she has less followers than literally everybody in boxing. However, for the 5 people who follow her, this was hilarious shit, Andrew. Hilarious shit. What else is happening on that Showtime card? Jermaine Franklin is taking on Rydell Booker. That's bullshit.
My coffee just came, Lee. This will be cups number 6 and 7, I think.
Well, that's
Very
good.
shaky this morning.
There you go.
Are we
Also,
almost done? No, I was giving my lady my last glass. She gave me. I got
that's
new glass.
nice. And last but not least, on two more. On DAZN, Monterrey, Mexico, title fight. Jaime Munguia is taking on Dennis Hogan for Jaime Munguia's WBO junior middleweight title. Andrew, what in the world are we going to do with Jaime Munguia? Because Diego De La Hoya will be on this card as well.
I didn't know how to answer that because, like some of the other fighters we mentioned today, Terrence Crawford with Top Rank, Deontay Wilder with PBC, Mungai with Golden Boy, we have a fighter here that is desperate for a fight with one of the other big fish in the division. They keep, Lee, they're so desperate. They have no clue what they're going to do. They keep throwing Saul Alvarez's name out there, which we know is not going to happen anytime soon. This kid is 2 divisions under him. But that just shows you how this Cold War is affecting some of the guys on these promotional companies. Golden Boy owning Jaime Mungai here, and he's fighting Dennis Hogan. Where isn't this in Tijuana? Or where was it?
Monterrey, Mexico, bro.
Monterrey, Mexico. I mean, come on. This kid is above that. He deserves a big fight with one of the guys at the junior middleweight division. He's not getting it because everyone's doing as much as they can to disrupt the other promotional company right now as long as they can get away with it.
Diego De La Hoya will also be on the card. Andrew, talk up the nephew of Oscar. How is Diego doing?
He's undefeated, been brought up on a good pace. Oscar hasn't pushed him a lot. He's family, so maybe he's keeping him, holding him back just a little to get him where he needs him to be. But he's a good boxer, not too much of a punch. It doesn't have a lot of power. He's not his. I think it's his cousin. I believe Oscar is his older cousin. He's not him. But he's got De La Hoya as a last name. He's got decent skills, so they'll ride it until the wheels fall off.
There you go. And last but not least, Fox TV and the PBC. Caleb Truax and Peter
Look at
Keelan.
this bullshit. Oh my God.
The whole card is bullshit, right? So Fox Sports 1 and Fox Deportes on Sunday. No, it's on Saturday. Is it on Saturday night? Jesus Christ, they're crazy. So PBC is competing with itself on the same night. Now this is who has the contract on Shields, right? That's PBC, right?
You know what? I'm going to say no, but Showtime is kind of fighting themselves with going up against PBC because they're in the same bed together. They shouldn't be doing. Matter of fact, why the fuck isn't Clarissa Shields on this or they on her? You know what I mean? Like they should have collaborated here and put both of those cards together. Because really, not a main event. Sorry, people, don't knock me.
You could have stacked this entire card underneath Clarissa Shields' card.
Yes. And then
nobody cares about Caleb Truax.
Nobody.
Peter Keelan.
What the fuck? Peter Keelan's more like a father on social media now. He's not a boxer. All this guy does is put out quotes and the things you should be doing with your kids and your wife. Like, come on. Peter Keelan, what did he lose like 2-3 years ago? Fucking bullshit fight. It's where they're at right now. It really is. I don't know what else to say about them. B level.
Sergey Derevyanchenko is taking on Jack Kulke for another eliminator. As you know from the show, we don't know what an eliminator means. We have yet to ever figure it out. Chris Colbert, Darwin Price. There's nothing on this card. Boy, this is crap.
Yeah, there's a lot of these coming out. At least it's on Fox. At least they ain't put it on Showtime. Showtime at least got that going for them.
Fair enough. And that's your upcoming boxing
schedule.
Even though,
hey, Lee, hold on now. Wait.
Yeah.
Let's go back. I got a question. Who do you think is going to get more views, Lee? Fox Sports 1 or Showtime?
Ooh,
yeah,
good.
Right? Because that's going to...
Of the 3 cards right here, DAZN's in first place. Okay.
Of course, they're untouchable. They're a world market. That's
right.
These two are
no doubt, all by itself.
Yeah.
In second place, I'm going to put Clarissa Shields. and Christina Hammer. This has gotten more, if you're just going by, okay, so here's how I select for the show, Andrew. You know this, a little inside Fight Net Radio story selection. I look at story engagement and what the fans are clicking on and commenting on. Clarissa Shields is getting way more action than any Caleb Truax or Peter Cullen story this past week, right? In fact, there was very little press about this completely.
I'm going to tell you something, though, you guys.
This has at least got some press.
I understand that, Lee, but they need to get a lot of views from whatever's playing before that fight. You see, on that Fox Sports 1, what's going to make that Truax Cullen fight work is they're going to have some kind of sporting event around before it where they're already going to have sports fans tuning in. So not only will you get the diehards that, think Truax Cullen is actually a matchup they want to sit down and watch, you're going to get a few other guys that are just watching a baseball game. There you go.
Showtime
I
schedule.
Done Fox Sports. No, I would have.
No, I'll do them both.
Okay.
Right.
So that's where I'm thinking Showtime's going to get dogged out here. You watch, you guys. Showtime's going to be the bottom of the three. Espinoza's going to have a moment on Twitter.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt he's going to fucking have a meltdown next week for the show for us.
He'll probably blame the boxing community to being sexist and not tuning in to one of the greatest.
So the lead-in.
Oh, this is awesome. You're looking for that's April 12th, though. You got to go to 13th.
Oh, you're right. All right. Why are we still at April 13th? But whatever the case, I'll just move forward until I get to the day I'm looking for. So this is all day on Friday, and we keep going. Okay, we're into Saturday. Yep. All right, here we go. There it is.
9 a.m. It's at 9 a.m. No way this is doing better. No, this is a special edition.
Yeah, Shields, no, that's not prime time. I don't even know what that is.
Wait. Go up. It says Shields. Is this a... Let's read the little bio on it. What does it say? Undefeated
Clarissa Shields and Christina Hammer plus heavyweight professional. Yeah, it says 9 a.m. There's no way that fights. There's no way that's correct, Andrew. It's not at that time. Nobody's watching a midday fight.
Not at 9 a.m. I'm sorry. You know how many things there are to do on Saturday mornings?
Well, that's it's taking into account that I'm West Coast time. Are they just showing the whole card? I don't know.
They don't even have that thing on.
Yeah, I don't see it anywhere else on the schedule, which is crazy as all get out. So if I was going to see Clarissa Shields tickets, New Jersey, let's see.
Yeah, see what the time is.
Clarissa Shields, where is she fighting?
I'm going to say Barclay. Isn't that where?
No, it's in New Jersey. Is she fighting in Barclays?
I believe that's where a lot of these fights have been taking place on the Showtime ticket. They kind of got a.
Okay.
Go to find Ticketmaster right there. Clarissa Shields and
Ticketmaster. Clarissa Shields. It's in Atlantic City, and it's at 7 p.m. their time, which is 4 o'clock our time.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that bullshit is on the schedule.
I know. Weird. That has to be like a 24/7 show they're doing.
Yeah.
So 4 p.m. Now let's go to Fox Sports and see what their schedule looks like on Saturday. And it might not be good for Clarissa and Hammer. She will tweet, if I was a man, I would have done better.
Yeah. I'm sure. No, I'm sure that's what she's going to say, but that's, whatever. I totally get her hang up. And since she is a man, I mean, I get it.
You're so mean.
She is a man, dude.
She is not a man, bro. She fights in the women's division. Unless she's like that Fox. What is that dude Fox in MMA? He's a guy and fights the women. He got beat up.
He's a man. That's a man.
Man, that's not
That's not right?
She did that to herself, though. You know, the internet will not be nice.
Steve Kim probably did it. I'm just going out on a limb. I don't see their schedule. TV listings, weekly schedule.
Boom.
Come on. Come on. I need so you guys only do your schedule 1 week for 1 week out? I don't want to download your schedule, you assholes. No, it's not really working out. I'll post it. Go to fightnetradio.com and I'll post what they're up against during the week. And we'll find out if Clarissa Shields can draw better than it's a manly dude. She needs bigger breasts. I'm just saying.
That's not her, dude. That's B-Hop.
B-Hop's got a bigger ass than I thought he did. B-Hop's got some kadunkadunk in his trunk. I'm just saying, for the record. That'll do it for this week. And that is your boxing schedule for this week. For complete details, go to fightnetradio.com and click on our Facebook page. Join us on social media. Be a part of the revolution.
Couple of quick ones.
Yep. Anything else I missed that you want to talk about?
Felix Strum was arrested. Felix Strum was arrested on tax evasion, whatever retired fighter gets busted for as soon as they're done. He was arrested in Germany.
How in Germany? Like, what does it take to get arrested for? Former
Andy
world
Ruiz.
champion
There you go. Sorry.
boxing organization champion, WBA champion Felix Strum was arrested in Cologne, Germany. Was reported that the 40-year-old athlete was arrested at a fitness fair. Oh, that's fucked up.
He's on stage with his little microphone.
Strum is accused of tax evasion.
Not good.
It's got to be millions of dollars. It's going to take a lot.
It's the De La Hoya fight.
They don't even give the numbers. I don't even know what to say. Congratulations, Felix Strum, for getting into the news.
You've been kicking that can down the road for a while, huh? Oh, I'll pay. Oh, I'll pay. You're retired, bro. Handcuffs. Get this guy.
If they arrested everybody in the United States that owed tax money, can you imagine how many people would be in jail?
Yep. Especially after this year.
Apparently in Germany, it doesn't seem to matter at all. They just fuck you.
So a new thing, PBC heavyweights, the new saying for PBC heavyweights looking for a Deontay Wilder match. What do we have? Ariola came out and said he's searching for a title. Well, Andy Ruiz, I'm ready to take top spot in the heavyweights.
All right,
lady.
so I avoided all Andy Ruiz stories because literally I'm afraid that he might be the next Deontay Wilder fight. Why are we talking about Andy Ruiz?
I just find it funny, all these PBC heavyweights they have no other way of getting their name out there besides going, oh, well, I'm going to be a champion. Oh, okay, let's post that story. Andy Ruiz looking for a top spot. Like, fight somebody.
Look at what the PBC has brought us to, right? I mean, let's be completely honest, right? This is a guy who lost to Joseph Parker.
Mm-hmm.
That's his biggest fight to date.
Mm-hmm.
He has nobody else of any merit in this record. His one step up fight was against Joseph Parker, and he lost.
Kawanaki, Ariola, Ruiz. These are the guys that they're going to be grooming to try to do pay-per-view matches with the King of America. Remember, that's going to be on the title. Mike Tyson. They're going to try to make this guy Iron Mike, dude. The King of America, undefeated. Keep showing him knocking down Fury. Keep showing that in every commercial. You give him these three scrubs, and Ariola's a rematch, right? Didn't Wilder already? I better double check that. Double check that, Lee. I believe Wilder already beat Ariola, so that is a rematch. So it'd be Ortiz.
He fought him twice.
Okay, so it's no. He didn't fight Ariola twice, did he? No, Wilder. I'm talking about. So
Deontay fought Ariola.
Yeah, I think they fought once already. I believe they fought once. So it's going to be Ortiz, Ruiz, and Kawanaki. I hope I'm saying his name right.
So Ortiz.
There it
we'll
is.
see again.
In 16,
Shervine,
2016.
who we've already seen. That's twice on Shervine. Chris Areola, he, which was
Retired.
ridiculous.
So look,
Right.
so Lee. So they got 3 fights. They got Brazil for him, right? Boom. He's on Showtime. He fights Brazil. They're gonna go back to Dazin. Eddie Hearn's gonna say, "Nah, dude, sorry, he ain't giving you no more. How much do they pay you? We'll match what they did." And then and Deontay's gonna go, "Oh, that's bullshit. They ain't giving me the money I wanted." He's gonna go back to Showtime. He goes back to Showtime. They're gonna go, "Okay, we'll give you Kawanaki, Andy Ruiz, or Luis Ortiz. Who do you want?" Then they'll do those fights, and they're going to keep going back to Dazin. He's going to keep saying how he's the king of America. All this while Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury have fucking moved on. I believe this is their game plan with this guy, and this is why you have these heavyweights coming out. Luis Ortiz makes a statement like every fucking week, just trying to keep his name in the papers. And someone needs to tell Luis Ortiz at the age of 50, the fucking hat needs to be worn right or not worn at all. You're not a fucking kid anymore. Stop wearing it to the side. You look like you're special needs when you're 50 years old and you got your hat to the side. So anyways.
Yeah. I thought he was special. I thought he was special needs.
Yeah, dude, the guy who posts his pictures all the time on his feed, his hat's fucking crooked. I don't know why his PR or his people haven't told him.
Handle that shit on adults at all. Literally, I cannot handle it at all. If you are above the age of 29 and your hat the brim is rolled up, it's turned to the side, you still got a tag hanging from it, and you are 30 and above, fucking grow up, bro. Yeah, grow up.
So this is their game plan, and he's bought into it. I'll take 10. They offered me 20, but I'll take 10. I'll take 12. And then when we go back, they're going to give me 25 million. Why? Why are they going to give you 25 million?
I'm going to tell you why, Andrew. Because according to the calculator, when he fights collectively all those different fighters on Showtime, on pay-per-view, he will make $46 million.
He needs to start selling out fights. I'm tired of Deontay going, I'm not... You guys are at 50-50. That's what I want. You can't ask for 50-50 against a guy who's a global fucking star, and you can't sell out in your hometown or your home country. They took you to New York. They took you to L.A. Where the fuck are your sellouts? Anthony Joshua sold 250,000 tickets in like 3 fights.
Okay.
I know. I'm done.
We'll do it just because it amuses me. Net worth. What is he, 15 million? 16 million, right? Yeah. I don't want to break anybody's heart.
Anthony makes that in a fight.
Yeah, there you go.
And he has half the fights, Lee. The kid's only, 21-0? Fucking Deontay's 40-something-0?
It's hilarious to me. What do you bet that Tyson Fury's got a higher net worth?
That I don't know. He had one fight, 14.
He's worth 20 million.
Oh, 20.
He's worth more than Deontay Wilder.
Yep.
And there you go. That's what you need to know. He is an illiterate Tuscaloosa, Mississippi hillbilly who can't fucking figure out that he's getting fucked by Showtime.
He's getting really fucked right now. He needs it. You guys, Rock Nation tried to give Adrian Broner $40 million for 5 fights. He hasn't made that since. That was 3 years ago. You guys, you don't pass up on money like this. This is why businessmen like Klitschko and Floyd, these guys that have been in big moments, big fights, and seen how hard it is to try to create this income.
They go into business for themselves.
And they look at DAZN and go, okay, you're offering me $30 million, 3 fights guaranteed, win or loss, 3 fights guaranteed, $30 million, $90 million out the door right now. I'm signing. That is everything I trained for. You got this dude who's giving up 18 million, 8 million, 50 million. I want 50-50. I hope this doesn't bite him in his ass. It bit Adrian. Anyone go ask Adrian if he wishes he would have took the 40 million from Rock Nation now. Guess what? Cotto's living nice, right? Cotto took his deal. Hey, Andre Ward took his deal with Rock Nation. How are they doing?
I agree. I'm completely with you, Andrew. I cannot continually explain how ignorant Deontay Wilder is, how dumb he behaves, how immature he has handled it. I can't. I want to say something positive about the WBC heavyweight champion, other than, oh, you still really haven't fought anybody except Tyson Fury, and that the best you got was a draw with a lot of fucking help. With a lot of fucking help.
A lot of help.
You and Ice Cube are the only people who thought you won that fight.
Yep.
I mean, that's reality here. That is reality here. You are a guy who is holding on to your title as long as you can.
And I don't know if people seen, and I won't talk about it long, but Floyd was seen working out again. So Floyd is back. We don't know why he's doing it. Maybe he's doing it just for a sparring match.
I won the lottery, Andrew. I didn't want to let on until I have the date actually arranged for my sparring match with, and it'll be MMA this time, Andrew, with him.
I think he's at least interested in seeing what he's worth to this global sports franchise that seems to be taking
I'm going to continue to say it. When that 3-fight deal comes down by DAZN for Mayweather, I don't want anybody to be surprised when he signs that deal.
I know.
I don't see how he can avoid it. I think he takes another $100 million 3-fight easy payday. It'll be something insane, like 2 fights for $100 million, guaranteed $50 million each fight, or something literally insane.
And it will be worth it, Lee, because he had 100 million views when he fought McGregor. There was 100 million fucking people streaming it around the globe, and the DAZN knows that. So I think he's worth it. But yeah, 9.2, baby.
There you go. Visit fightnetradio.com. You can click on all the links, click on Facebook, join us online. You can listen to us on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, NBC. You can check out our merch store. I'm working on a new shirt. Yeah, go ahead.
I was streaming that fight with 1 million people on not my page, but the page that I was on watching. 1 million people just on that one Facebook page, dude. It was a comedian. He put up here, watch me go live. The guy just did a little skit with the fight playing in the background. No one ever caught him. He had 1 million views just by himself.
There you go. There you go. As long as you don't get caught, I guess it's okay.
And I think those guys seen all that. They seen these millions and millions. Floyd is worth it. You get a Floyd comeback on DAZN, he's gonna bring subscribers to that network.
Absolutely. By the way, go to the Fight Net Radio store. It is available on the Fight Net Radio page. Click on merchandise. Buy the OG. If you guys want to get attention at your next fight that you go to, get the "Hello, my name is Shamalama Ding Dong" t-shirt. I still think that's the best. By far. Actually, I've got a new logo for the back, so I'll redo it. There is a brand new logo. I have not released it yet, but I think I have a better updated logo coming out shortly, Andrew. I think you'll like it.
If you do know the history of combat sports, though, your timeline is kind of on point. At one point, MMA was the only combat there was, but then there was a fighter who kept knocking motherfuckers out, and everyone started going, how do we become that man? And that was when boxing was born. But it is kind of, it was MMA first.
There you go.
I forget the guy's name. That's why I didn't say it. I believe he's an Indian man. He kept knocking everyone out, Lee. Bare hands. Did you watch that bare knuckle fight this weekend?
No, I got mixed feelings as the official voice for the World Bare Knuckle Fighting Federation that wound up not paying for its fighters in their first attempt at bare knuckle fighting. I'm just kind of avoiding bare knuckle fighting in general.
Very gruesome sport. It looked worse than the MMA last night. There were cuts over these man's face, Lee. like, I don't know, 4 or 5 slashes all over their face.
When I interviewed the fighters that were going to be in the World Bare Knuckle Fighting Federation, I had said this. I said the biggest thing about this particular fight and that fight card was the amount of damage that will be done from bare knuckle fighting. I mean, you're basically talking light hand wraps and just going to town.
Yeah, it did not look good. And both fighters in the main event, I don't see them coming back for a few months. I mean, these guys were cut up, slices everywhere. Bad.
Go to fightnetradio.com. Listen to us on any platform you want. There are multiple ones to listen to us. Join the 9.2 million revolution, the completely uninfluenced fight talk show that talks about a lot of shit in one given week. We will probably do a midweek update, I guess. Probably give you details if I'm going to be at the fight on Friday. I won't know till Monday. I think we've covered everything, Andrew. Take us out Larry Merchant style.
We covered everything. We had a good show. Thanks everyone for sharing. Where are we at now? 20-something thousand shares on the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to the boxing.
Fight Night Radio. FightNetRadio.com. Fight Night.